Welcome back. We'll begin this segment at the Nigerian Stock Exchange. The market was in the negative zone at intraday. Now let's see if that has changed at this time as we count down to the sound of the closing gong. Temple Ashaju is live at the trading floor. Hello, Temple. Good afternoon. So tell me, to which direction is Theresa May's presence in Nigeria driving the market at this time?
It's going up. We're going northwards at the moment. So that's a few minutes ago, 1:15 that we checked. The market was up 0.03%. And it looks like it's going to close in the green zone if we do not see any form of profit taking on Dangote Cement going forward until the close of the market. Right now, we've got a couple of market movers turning the market green, and that's EcoBank Transaction International up by 3.63%, Diamond Bank, which is also up by 3.03%. Now, for news, we've got a couple of stories. One, the technical suspension on Standard Alliance has been lifted. Was lifted a few minutes ago, and we got the Q1 2018 period ended July the 31st, 2018, from Kiotex PLC. Kiotex is a company tradable here on the Nigerian Stock Exchange with operations and headquarters in Nnewi, eastern part of Nigeria. Nnewi is in Anambra State that makes lots of cables, and it's one of the companies with some level of good corporate governance. We understand there will be a bit of dividend declared too, but currently the company is looking downward, down by 0.06%. A bit of sideways trading has been seen on the market in recent times, though, in anticipation of the type of earnings that investors and traders were expecting from it. So that's what we have right now in the market. Apart from the gainers that we have right now, we've got O&O, Portland Paint, which is also in the industrial segment of the market, as well as Sterling Bank PLC, which is up in early trades a little by 0.02%. You recall that yesterday the company announced its debt program that is to get a bit of 60% of the funds looking to be raised to be invested in risk management, and of course 40% to be invested in government securities. This is giving that stock currently some traction in the market. Air Service is down at the moment by 0.20%. That is what we have right now. Volume looks good. Value of the entire market at the moment also looks good. Chimeze.
Okay, the market community is meeting with Theresa May later today. Do you have any idea what is on their agenda?
So we're yet to know that, but we know that the United Kingdom is one of the top 10 or top 5 major trading partners for Nigeria to the tune of £4 billion at the moment. So the last time I had a chat a few months ago with the one of the UK officials in Nigeria here, talking about Ms. Laura Belfield, she talked about the fact that the United Kingdom is really interested in shoring up this trade relation valued at £4 billion to £4 billion to £7 billion per annum. And we think that the visit of Madam Theresa May should be tilted towards this. The United Kingdom is also interested in infrastructure financing. As you know, Nigeria has a $50 billion shortfall in terms of infrastructure financing per annum, $50 billion per annum financing. The United Kingdom is interested in funding this by way of portfolio investment, and if possible, if need be, via foreign direct investment. The other side of thing that they are interested in is the climate change financing. You recall that we have green financing sort of security listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and of course the FMDQ OTC, where investors are looking to finance the level of cleanup that we need to carry out in the Niger Delta, and of course the level of insecurity that we have currently in the northern and central part of the country, which is actually as a result of climate change, you have the herders having to move their cattle down southward, and that is really giving sort of clash between farmers and these herders. So these are sort of things that they are really interested in. Again, you know that a few months ago, Lord Mayor of London, Charles Bowman, was in town to talk about fintech, to see how we can have Jollof bond in quotes now, Jollof bond, which is supposed to be Naira bond listed and tradable in London, the London Stock Exchange. He met with the business community, and we understand the United Kingdom is really interested in these. Again, we have this guarantee kind of program that the UK Export Finance has in Nigeria. Recall that we had one of the commercial councillors of the British Embassy talking about that in the first quarter of 2018. She talked extensively about how Nigerian investors, will-be Nigerian investors in the UK can get guarantee in Naira if they are willing to invest in the United Kingdom. So the last time I had the chat with Ms. Bifus, she talked about the fact that that is a deal in progress. Awareness needs to be done. They're talking to the banking sector to see how this can be consolidated. So we expect that Theresa May's visits this time will help to consolidate all of this interest that the United Kingdom really has in capital financing for Nigeria. Back to you now, Chimezie.
Thank you very much, Temple. Well, let's just hope that the market closes positive at the end of today. Thank you for those updates. And in Uganda, the pension fund has awarded China Railway Group a $110 million deal to construct a 32-story office tower in the country's capital, Kampala. Chairman of Uganda's National Social Security Fund says construction for the project is expected to begin next month and will be finished in 2 to 3 years. The project, which has been stalled for a decade, is part of NSSF's plans to invest as much as $600 million in housing estates and office blocks. And the Republic of Congo's president will seek Chinese support for its negotiations with the International Monetary Fund about a bailout. Congo owes creditors at least $9.14 billion and has been trying to secure funding from the Washington-based lender since March 2017 to revive an economy that contracted for the past 2 years as oil prices declined. The IMF has rescheduled board meetings to discuss the package in recent months without saying why. President Denis Sassou Nguesso will travel to China next week for the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation Summit in Beijing on September 3 to 4. He will stay on to hold talks with President Xi Jinping. And that's a wrap on today's show. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Chimezie Obi Iwagu.